Welcome back to the Wrestling Mindset Podcast. I'm Gene Zanetti, your coast-to-coast mindset coach, bringing you the best available wrestling-specific mindset information anywhere in the world. Wrestling Mindset. Thank you guys so very much for joining us with another great podcast. We're constantly pumping out great information for you, and I wanted to let everyone know that we've taken things to the next level. We've released a do-it-yourself program, the full Wrestling Mindset program, all the worksheets, all the exercises in a simple do-it-yourself format. We've also created different bundles for those of you looking for specifically mental toughness or aggressiveness or peak performance. We made it very simple. It's so easy to use. Go to the show notes, click at the bottom of the show notes. There's a link there. Make sure you sign up and buy it today. Great information. Make sure you capitalize, and we hope you enjoy the show. Mindset makes the difference.
Hey Ohio RTC friends and family, Tervel Delatnev here with your Mental Monday presented by Wrestling Mindset. Alright, so today our topic is going to be belief and faith and their place in wrestling preparation. So what I mean by that is belief that something will happen, right? So you hear the phrase, you got to believe you're the champ before you accomplish it, or you got to believe you can win. You got right. So that phrase gets thrown around a lot, but I'm not a huge fan of unexplainable, arbitrary phrases in sport, in competition, or in anything for that matter. Because it's if you're going to try to use it to motivate me and to teach me, there needs to be some sort of power, some sort of practicality we can get out of it. And so if my issue was I didn't believe enough, then what the heck does that mean, right? Well, you didn't believe you could win that match. Oh, so that was my issue? So where's belief? And then on the other side, faith. So having kind of this idea that you believe in for no other reason than you know it's right, and having that be your power, and not necessarily seeing it through, not necessarily having some guarantee, but just having a faith in something and where it fits into the preparation and the mentality of approaching your matches. So let me paint a little picture. So I am under the school of thought that I truly believe that everyone is a realist. Somewhere in their minds, maybe there's exceptions to this, but I just think that for the most part, in general, everyone categorizes themselves in some form. There's someone that you're okay losing to close. There's some people that you're not okay losing to ever. There's some people that, then that's why you get the dynamic of when your backup takes you down in the room, you get mad and you beat them up for the rest of practice. But when the number one ranked wrestler in the country takes you down in a match, you put your head down. Right? So sometimes we have this dynamic of when someone does something to you, it embarrasses you in a different way. One embarrassment makes you rise up and fight. One embarrassment makes you sink and cower. And so that's where that's how you categorize yourself. This is okay. This guy's good. He has done this. He has beat these people who I have not beaten. Therefore, a close match would be respectable, right? So we all make these determinations in our head for whatever level. And along with that, I think that it's very difficult for any one of us to truly believe, to truly 100% believe they can accomplish something without a doubt, and have it become an expectation without actually first doing it. Without doing it. I feel like the first time you win anything of importance, it had to start with something giving you tangible evidence that your faith, your in this case, your faith of thinking you can be the best, something tangible gives you that moment. So whether it's a win over someone that's done it before, or whether it's winning the thing yourself. So the first time you win the national title, it's way more dreamy. It's way more hazy. It's way more, did that really happen? Did I really do it? Then the time you win your third. By the time you win your third, you're like this, yeah, it was an expectation. It becomes less dreamy. You remember it much better. It might even be less exciting, maybe emotionally fulfilling. But as far as like pure like, whoa, depending on the circumstance. Obviously, if you pin the guy and you weren't expected to, whatever. But as far as like pure joy in the moment, it's different. So because it became an expectation. So for that transition, so painting that picture and with that in mind, I don't think it's that beneficial to keep just beating yourself up saying, believe you could do it, believe you could do it, believe you could do it. I don't think you're ever going to convince yourself that you can do it until you do it. But the caveat is that's okay. That's okay. Anyone that's ever done something great, before they did it, they had some doubt. And guess what? They still accomplished it. They still accomplished it. My first world team, I remember going into the match in the final, totally fine with second place. Totally fine. I was like, man, just as long as you don't get embarrassed, as long as it's close, respectable year. You're 1 year out of college, no problem. Respectable year. And it was like a whirlwind. Oh my goodness, there's his ankle, got it. Oh my goodness, I got a takedown. It was like, I surprised myself. I had no intention of really winning, but when I went in there, I just kind of stayed the fight. I was able to get some stuff, whether it was talent, whether it was luck, whether it was, technique, whether it was muscle memory, whatever it was, I did it. And then from that day forward, every trials and every US Open, whether I won or lost, I had the expectation of winning. Now, whether I did it, that's on the performance side. There's a lot of things that go into that. But that being said, don't freak yourself out if you don't have this overwhelming sense of absolution. Like, I am going to win this match. If you have a little doubt, everyone does. But you have to understand that what you have to put your faith into is the only thing that's guaranteed to happen. That's the wrestling. Can you win the wrestling? Can you stop a single leg? Can you stop a high crotch? Can you keep him off your leg? If you get to his leg, can you score? Can you get through his hands to get to his leg? Do you understand defense? Are you in good shape? Do you like this? Do you want to be out here? Are you ready for this challenge? All those things are controllable. And if you can check most of your controllables off the list, you'll be in a good spot to, even if you don't think you can win, still win. And the more times you get over that hump, the more you will start to ignore your doubts and your fears. They won't overtake you. If you give in to them and then you have a bad performance, they're going to start messing with you. But the more you understand, I have faith in my preparation, I have faith in the fact that this is the sport I chose and I want this challenge, then this whole existential idea of, well, is there a belief? Who believes more? Who deserves it more? Well, he believes, but he kind of really believes, right? So this battle of like this element that's like behind the scenes that no one can really quantify is doing you no good. You have to have faith in the controllable things that you're here for, and that's wrestling. And going into this, you have to understand when those doubts come, that's okay. They don't define your performance. Just because you're like, man, what if I lose? Doesn't mean like, oh no, that just notched my performance down. No, it hasn't happened. Score's still 0-0. No choices about this match have been made. You have not chosen to shoot. You haven't chosen not to shoot. You haven't chosen to protect. You haven't chosen to take a risk. None of it. All your choices are still available. So when the doubts come, don't get freaked out. Understand that believing isn't everything. Faith in the right things is most important. And then eventually when you start to meet your markers and start to squash that little natural categorization that you have of, well, this guy's good, so probably won't be able to beat him, but maybe, on a good day, maybe if I just try and he messes up. And you really go attack every position like you want to be there. And along the way, take your medicine. If someone beats you, take it like a man or a woman. But take it. I lost. Let's go. Guess what? Hey, guess what? Our next match starts 0-0. No problem. And same thing when you beat someone. Don't hold it. Oh, I'm the best. No. Hey, guess what? Our next match starts 0-0. So I better be ready again, right? It'll keep you grounded. It'll keep you humble when you win. It'll keep you hungry when you lose. It'll keep you in the right zone of consistent progress. Put your faith where it matters. Thank you guys for watching. God bless.